All right, gang. So the transmission doesn't engage, and so far I'm ruling out the clutch pack. But take a look at this. I got a 1/2 inch wrench on this. See that kind of movement you get? And I've got the lever just on the top there. So you got some real movement here. Come over here, take that clutch rod, that rod right there, stuff that all the way back in. I don't know, to me that looks like a lot less movement. Let's try it again. I'm pushing that center rod all the way in. Now normally it would be under pressure. Yeah, I think that's really the problem, is this rod. Let's see if we can pull that out. So hey, look at this. Can you see how worn out that is? It's just chewed up royal. So I'm going to see if I can get a new one of these. Man, this is the end that the bolt goes to. So I'm thinking this could be part of my problem. Why it doesn't really. So this should. I'm guessing this should really move at least a 1/4 inch, and it's moving like 1/8 of an inch. And this goes in the center of the transmission, right? So come back over here. We got a lot more movement here. So I'm hoping I don't have to open this up, but I'm thinking that could be a big part of my problem, if not all of it. So I don't know. Well, I'm gonna see if I can order one of these. I can't imagine it could be very expensive, and go from there. And but you know, like, I like making these videos because I know there's more than me encountering these issues, and so at least it's going to be on the record. It's going to be on the YouTube for somebody who also might be struggling with something like this and trying to figure out what could be the problem and why did that problem become a problem. How did that originate? So that's the next step. We're going to get a new rod and see where we're at. Like I went over before, this is the 36 to 41 clutch pack for chain drive. Excuse me, 36 to 40. And it's it's the early clutch pack, 36 to 44 stud, right? And then 41 to 84 runs this 3 stud. And everybody has good things to say about that. And this is the 5 stud, which I never should have bought, but I trusted somebody that claimed to know all about Harley Davidson and obviously did not. That one, no matter, that one just does not work. So, or it's extremely difficult to adjust. So, but this one, as I have been told, was actually never made by Harley Davidson. That was never on a bike. So that was something somebody made thinking it would be a better design. But, you know, I'm not the expert, but for me, it's not the better design. Here's some isopropyl alcohol, what I use, which I'm sure a lot of other folks use, to clean my discs. Make sure they're dry and clean, because otherwise 100% not gonna clutch. And you could use a little emery cloth or whatever, a little sandpaper, get that a little more less, I want to say flat, but that's not really it. A little bit more coarse, because it needs to be coarse to grab. Yeah, like those guys there. So everything you want to know about clutches today on my channel, almost. But I'm going to be really excited if this is my problem. I just don't want to have to pull that side cover off the trans, because that's going to mean taking the oil bag off, and etc., etc. And maybe this is the problem. Obviously, when you take that rod out, you get a lot more movement here. So maybe a rod that is not damaged will give me the same movement I need. But a lot of work. I'm the one-man show here. I need a gauge here. This actually would take an rigid oil line that goes back to the dash to here. But for right now, I'm not going to run that. And then of course I need these pieces here, these little tiny pieces. And as we covered before, this is why you don't use rubber seals on your tappet blocks. Rubber doesn't really absorb heat that benefits the engine. As you can see, they're all coming apart. So you just always want to do what Harley-Davidson did 100 years ago, and that's run the cork. They knew what they were doing then. Maybe they do today too, but yeah, I'm actually pleased how the motor runs. It fires right up. And you know, I want to say I got that carb from Mike Millay, who does carburetors for the Harley-Davidsons, but I can't remember. I've gotten so many carbs from him over the years, and he is a master at bringing these carbs back to life. Anybody that can look at these jets and tell you what carburetor it came from is a master. Years ago I had a 45 and somebody had just thrown the carburetor together. We could never get the thing to run. And I finally was just like, I'm done. Let's just start with a whole new carburetor so it can rule out carburetor. We did that and got one of his carbs. Bike ran perfect. And I think I can't remember, but I think I sent the carb back to him, and it was like, oh yeah, you've got the wrong jets in it. Somebody's got a little bastard carburetor here. So anyway, gang, I just thought I would go over that with you, hoping also that maybe there's somebody that's encountered the same issue, and they might be able to shed some light on it. Like this rod here goes down to like a little L thing, and so I'm hoping that little L thing at the bottom that pushes that rod is not damaged, because otherwise I got to take this whole cover off. And as you can see, some of the bolts for the cover is behind this exhaust, and yeah, I just don't want to deal with this right now. I got enough shit going on. I got an Alfa Romeo I got to put a clutch in. I got to get that 71 BMW to get a valve job on the head and get that running. And yeah. So I'm going to get some sort of other thing than a bicycle pedal for here. I know the originals took those bicycle pedals, but you know, all the motorcycles I've ever had, those bicycle pedals just blow apart. You know, little screws come loose and all those little pieces go flying. So I'd rather just get something big and hard for this pedal, like one of those popsicle things. You've probably seen those on the internet. I'm absolutely floored at how much money this stuff goes for if you buy original. You know, I mean, I've been working on Harleys since I was probably 14 years old. I think I was 15. I had a 69 XLCH in New Mexico, and I really would like to get another one. It was a chopper. It was bitchin' cool. But I was a little kid and I sold it. Should have just kept it. I gotta say, these old motorcycles, Harleys, Indians, all of them, they just grow on you, you know? And they just grow on you. They're just so bitchin' cool. But you know, the only way I've learned these bikes is seeing other people's bikes, photos of bikes, and just studying all the little intricacies of them to learn what went where and why this worked or that didn't work. And yeah. So my neighbor sadly passed away, and I'm probably going to try and buy their huge collection of sockets and wrenches and air tools. It's kind of a bummer people croak, you know. Be neat if you were like the Highlander. Remember that movie? Or not movie, but TV series where the guy just lived forever and all his friends aged and died. And what if you could be like the Highlander with $20 million, and you could just go travel the world and do all kinds of bitchin' cool stuff. But there it is. Let's see if that rod will do it. So I'll do another video when I get that rod in, and we'll see how much movement we get out of that transmission top lever. So there's that. That's one of my mountain bikes. I went over to I got this at a thrift store for like $100. This is like a couple years ago, and it has these disc brakes on it. And at first I thought it was just, you know, whatever. It's like the newest thing that don't work, but I have been converted over to that. That's really neat. And over here underneath all this crap is let's see if we can find it. Isn't that bitchin' cool? It's a kite surfboard, brand new. Got it at a thrift store for like $25. So I'd like to get the harness, the handles, and the rope to the sail, and then a sail. But you know, that stuff probably ain't gonna show up at a thrift store, so I may have to buy that myself and pay real money. But that's a really nice one. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. And then this is another one that I bought at a thrift store. It's kind of beat up. People can use it for wakeboarding, but it's got the handle, so that's really for kite surfing. Let's see if we can see the bottom real quick. See, it's got the little tiny fins. Now who knows? I would really like to go kite surfing. I think that would be a blast. But anyway, and this is kind of dragging, but I'm just really thrilled that this could be the possibility of why this thing don't shift, why it does not disengage so I can shift it into gear, is because maybe that rod is the culprit. But we'll keep moving forward, and I'll post on that when I get the rod in. And that's what I will do. Oh man, I just need like a pile of cash to just keep going. I get this operational, get the 71 BMW operational, get the clutch back in the Alfa Romeo, get that operational. Then I've got the 101 Scout needs rings and set the timing again. 1940 BMW R12, got to reset the timing on that. And 93 Nissan Pathfinder. I think it's a mass airflow and throttle control components. I think that's why the thing has a lack of power. That's going to be a whole nother video. Yeah, you either learn how to do this yourself or learn how to make a lot of money and pay somebody else. And, you know, truthfully, we ain't working on the space shuttle. It ain't that tough, you know. So, yeah. All right, gang, that is the video. We will catch you on the next YouTube with an update.